It's now week 4 of my Pec Tear Recovery. Had PT this morning. It was my 3rd session. Things are still moving along there. I know I've kind of been on edge about the current physical therapist that I had. I had a different physical therapist today who also works in the same building, and he worked me a different way, so I'm not running out the door just yet.
4 to 6 days later.
As expected, at least in my mind, I'm moving on from my last physical therapist. Big news, physical therapist, again, this guy being different than the last one, was willing to take off the bandages for me. Everyone told me that the bandages would fall off. This guy was like, that's what they always say, and they never do, so I just go ahead and rip them off after 3 weeks. I was like, please, I'm looking forward to seeing this thing. So here's a big reveal for you all as well. That is the current state of the incision. I can touch it, massage it, going up and down in the direction of the cut itself. There's the incision. I'm trying to get some good light for you guys. Bada bing. So letting it air out, breathe out, feels good. Kind of looks weird. Thankfully I can't like stare at it all the time. It's looking funky. It's weird to touch it for sure, but I just look at this as like another milestone in the recovery. So happy that the bandage is finally off, and I look forward to Thursday's PT session, see if it's going to be with the original physical therapist or the physical therapist I had today, and see what we can do differently. What we worked out today with the new physical therapist, there's nothing that I can really do on my own that he did for me, so not going to push the limits with that. He did give me the clearance to go to the gym and just work on my lower extremities. I already had that mentally planned to go do it, but it was nice to hear from the physical therapist as well. He also put me on the leg press to make sure that I'm not over tensing up or over exerting and possibly feeling this get hurt. So the fact that I did that fine there, he was like, yeah, you're good. So I'm probably going to go to the gym sometime this week. I was thinking maybe today, but you know, I had a lot of dishes that I had to do one-handed, and that took me just about an hour right now. So between that, groceries getting delivered in about an hour, I said, let's hold off, push the gym to maybe tomorrow or the next day. Picking it back up with my personal training clients on Tuesday, tomorrow morning, and just gonna kind of go through the motions with them. I made it clear to them that, hey, I'm not picking up any weights, I'm not doing anything. This is all just going to be instructional for you, and you gotta go fetch your weights, you gotta go rack your weights, you gotta go move the bench, everything. I'm just gonna kind of stand there and tell you what I know and what you should do next. So he was cool with it, thankfully, and looking forward to kind of just getting back out there and getting in the normal swing of things. So when the physical therapist gave me the clearance for the gym, he said that would actually be really good for my recovery. I think I mentioned it previously, but if I hadn't, the circulation that is just going to create, the blood flow, the getting my heart going and pumping the blood all throughout my body is just going to promote recovery in this wound. So he said, yeah, by all means, go for it. It was actually kind of funny. I sat down and I started doing the leg extension machine while I had the heat on me again. And he goes, man, you just can't stop. And I was like, listen, dude, I've stopped for 2 weeks right now. I'm going to sit here on this machine and do this while I wait for you to finish up with your other client. But I said it in a lot nicer demeanor, but he knew what I was saying. It's now Wednesday of week 4. I made it to the gym finally for the first time. I've been itching to go. Just been going stir crazy at home. Looking at, I have more than 4 walls, but felt like I only had 4 at that time. And just great to get outside, see some familiar faces. A ton of my regular friends and acquaintances in the gym were asking me, oh man, what happened? Giving me their well wishes and their prayers, which is great to see. And just being in that gym community is great because you might learn something that helped someone else in their recovery. And that's exactly what happened today. This gentleman told me that I should be putting castor oil on my wound. Now I'm already doing that. He didn't say just castor oil. He said castor oil mixed with a little cayenne pepper. Now that interested me because I eat cayenne pepper every day for gut health and my gut microbiome, and I know what it can do for blood flow and cell regeneration and stuff. So I never put 2 and 2 together with the castor oil, but putting the castor oil on already to promote blood flow, I use it as a facial moisturizer at night, helps with the beard, it helps when I have dry skin. All great things come from castor oil, and I know that it's good for healing wounds. If you have like an open wound, it'll keep it nice and moist so that it's promoting recovery. I've been putting that on also kind of as a moisturizer to help me massage it, because I need to kind of keep it nice and smooth. I don't want to be rubbing on the scar and it be hurting. What he said to do was mix the 2, heat them up, apply it, and then put a wrap on overnight to kind of compress it and make it warm, as well as warming the actual ointment. So I might do all that. It's kind of hard to wrap something over here for me. Definitely gonna try this mixture tonight, adding that cayenne pepper in just to see what it can do. I don't think it can hurt. So come back to hear what I think this castor oil and cayenne pepper concoction does for me, and if you think that it'll benefit you as well, for if not this injury, some other type of injury. It's Friday of week 4, and as expected, at least in my mind, I'm moving on from my last physical therapist. Just bad taste in my mouth from the get-go with this place. Nothing.
Bye, Felicia.
The actual physical therapists themselves, I understand just following protocol, doing what you're told. But I have a friend who recommended another physical therapist whose name is actually on the business, so he kind of goes by his own protocol. And when I told him where I was, what we're doing, he was like, no. I have something totally different I would do for you, and excited to start with him starting next week. So just to give you a taste of like what a physical therapy session was like, I had my 3rd different physical therapist in 4 visits, so no kind of rapport being built with these physical therapists. They don't know what I've done the session prior. I had a physical therapist ask me if this is how the other one did it when the other one was right there, so just ask him, or why are you asking me as the patient? You should know how to do it. Asking me what we did previously in another session so they could replicate or work off of that. I don't know why there isn't notes from my previous session. So just a lot of wrong things. Again, like I said, kind of keeping me in that range of where I can already get to. Meeting with this other doctor, he told me, no, they basically got me working in 0 range, which is not doing anything, which is what I said. So working in the 0 range, that's not really doing anything because I already have mobility there. He likes to work in what he calls end range. So that being end, like where you start to feel a little bit of resistance and then you work there. So next time you get there, that little bit of resistance will be a little bit further each time. So no getting to a certain number and then checking that box and moving on from there for that week. Just go as the body tells you to go, which is exactly what I want. So hopefully he's not all talk, and I look forward to working with him next week. But all good things moving forward. The session was good. I still feel like I'm healing pretty well. The scar is healing very well as well. The doctor said he's going to do some things for that to kind of iron it out and flatten it down, which is nice to hear, but it won't be as vicious when I'm walking around and people are like, whoa, what happened to you? Which is kind of how it's been right now. But that'll be nice so it's not all attention grabbing. I went to the gym this week for the first time, worked on just my lower extremities. I'm gonna go for a second time this week. I kept it really light. I'm gonna go there today and hit the weights a little bit harder. Maybe even get on the leg press machine, load some plates on there if I can. If I got a buddy there that can help me out, that'd be nice. Friday nights at my gym are usually pretty quiet, so I'll be able to kind of experiment with some more things that I could do, maybe a belt squat here and there. Friday night will be nice and quiet. This weekend will be nice and quiet, so I'll get there and I'll play around with some of the equipment and see what I can figure out. If you got any leg exercises that you think might work for me without utilizing any of my upper body, let me know in the comments below. And while you're scrolling down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. That'll help me out a long way as I try to take this YouTube channel somewhere else once I'm all patched up and ready to go. Thanks for tuning in.